Hello, how are you? Welcome to the new vlog. I feel like now that winter has begun and winter is here, I'm just gonna be greeting you in the dark. Our boiler is broken, so we don't have hot water, which was a really nice revelation for Logan, who lathered himself in shaving cream and then like had to open the door and she was like, babe, is the hot water on? Which it was, it just doesn't work, so you had to like shower in cold water, which I cannot imagine is nice. So we don't have hot water or heating. However, we already knew that our boiler is a piece of shit. So thankfully we already have a very small portable heater, so we're okay. Plus I made homemade soup, which kind of warmed up the flat, and I also have it in my soup mug because clearly I'm the kind of person that needs to have what I'm having written on a mug unless I forget. You know? This is my favorite soup, and it also makes me feel warm, not just because it's obviously hot soup, but it reminds me of home because me and my granddad used to be massive lovers of split pea soup, and this is it just blended. And it was always like a joke because no one in our family liked it, but our grandmother used to constantly make it because me and my granddad were such big fans, like insanely big fans of it. It's a thing. And all of my grandparents are now sadly passed for a while now, and it just, I don't know, makes me feel warm inside. Plus I I so miss my family. This is the longest time like I'm not that close. I mean, like I'm close with my family, I love them, but we're not, like we spend large chunks of time apart, so I'm pretty used to it. However, this is like the longest I think I'm not seeing them, and it's coming to like a year and a half without seeing them whatsoever, and so it's getting hard. I think it's getting hard. I was supposed to visit in the summer, then that didn't happen, and that, like, technically it's our turn to go visit them for Christmas, but that's not gonna happen, so it's just a little bit sad. So, you know, I feel like the soup is just needed. I was supposed to play D&D, but I am still in my migraine, which actually is a little bit better now, but I didn't want to risk it because sometimes from actively socializing with people for like extended period of time can bring it on, so I didn't want to risk it because it feels like it's subsiding, you know. So I'm feeling like a human, but I didn't want to risk it, so I'm actually sitting it out, which is also a little bit sad because like migraines have been ruining my social life for forever now. This week I have big plans, so we'll see how many of those things I'll do. But my two biggest plans is to obviously get a move on my November TBR. If you missed, I've introduced my TBR avatar. You probably have seen it though, but if you haven't, I'll link it down below. Thank you so much for watching, by the way. And I'm super excited, and because I'm cheeky and I love myself, I said that we can use books that we have already started. So for the prompt of the planet or Earth on the cover, I went for the humans. I think like 50 pages or so left of this book to read, and I really want to do that now. So we're gonna sit and do that. I have probably spoken about this book in the last 2 vlogs. First of all, because I love it, and second of all, because I've been dragging this out for a very long time. So I'm not gonna go through it again, but it's an alien that is sent to Earth as a human and then learns human ways. I'm gonna hope to finish that and then hopefully also maybe start another thing, but even just finishing that would be great because I'm still not 100% for sure, and it's already like 7 o'clock. Welcome to the new vlog. Oh yeah, and second thing that I want to do this week is to rearrange my bookshelves. I have mentioned this many vlogs ago now, and I keep saying that, and then I was like, well, I kind of want to film the first TBR avatar with the same shelf still. I do love my shelves, but I've had them for so long now that I just really want to change a little bit. I just want something, you know? And if I don't like it, I can always rebuild them again, you know? Like, and reshuffle them the same way that they are now. So, all good stuff. Hello. So, it's first of all Friday, and I obviously very clearly have a mask on. So this mask is a variation of a clay mask, but the way that I have to put it on is like on a I put it in a very, very dim bathroom and without my glasses. The application is beautiful. Without going into detail, because I feel like it's super sad to just constantly talk about it, but my whole week, every single day this week, I had a migraine and it's just been a very hard week. So I am feeling not great today, but much better. So I thought I will pick it up from here. But also, so the whole of the evenings on the previous days, apart from like one when I actually finished The Humans, hooray, I was just watching CNN, who are hilariously Democrat of a news anchor. It's so funny because we don't really have, at least I think we don't really have in UK the news so biased towards one side, but it was funny. You know, but the rest of it is not funny, and it's like a very high stakes Eurovision type of thing. So yeah, I've just been watching that, and that has been my week. But as I said, I have finally finished The Humans, and that is the first TBR Avatar book that I've done. Yay! Also started watching Blood of Zeus, but I've only watched the first episode yet. So far it's the same people as Castlevania, which is the show that we absolutely love. But the first episode is not as catching as the other one, but I've heard that the first 3 take a while and then you get really into it, so I'm excited. I'm excited to start reading something else, hopefully today, but my priority is to sort myself. Put a bunch of cream on afterwards, do my hair, sort my hair, plan my life, get a little bit back on track because I had a lot of things planned this week and I am now behind on everything, but I am learning to be kinder to myself and not take it as some sort of personal defeat, because you know what, it's the cards that were dealt to me this week and I'm just gonna have to deal with it and not be a dick to myself. So I thought I'll jump in, and this will definitely be like the last pages were also super nice. I think it would have been nicer if I didn't have such a long break, but this will 100% be 5 stars. I just need to put it through Copile, but I have literally 0 reservations that this is gonna be 5 stars. I am beyond excited to read The Midnight Library, but I don't know if that should be my next read because I feel like I will hate whatever comes after that because it will be such a strong book that I might leave it for later and then follow it up with the comic. I'm being very strategic here. But because it's already Friday, what I want to do later today is also take all of the books that I have to read and make like a daily plan of how much I should read to actually not fail my first month. That would be nice. And get at it, you know, get going. So welcome back to the vlog. It's gonna be a weekend vlog then. Hello, it is Saturday and it's 2:45 and I don't know how this happens all the time to me. I've been fairly productive so far, so that's good, but my head is still not fine, so I'm just trying to not get stressed about that. But yesterday I just ended up watching the elections again. But however, I did start something else today, and that is this. Even though I thought I was gonna go for Red Rising, I decided to go for this because I also wanted to start with an audiobook, as my other read by TJ Klune was by audiobook, and I'm pretty sure it's the same narrator that narrates this book. And so I listened to that while I was doing my hair, and then I just kind of like took over physically and read like for another hour or so. I am really enjoying it, which is not too surprising because I really enjoyed his other book, The Lightning Struck Hard. Very different vibe. Very different vibe. But this is about Linus Baker, our main character, who works in the department in charge of magical youth at some sort of ministry. I'm not quite sure. And so what he does is he visits magical orphanages and on case-by-case basis to make sure that the kids are safe to be around other kids and safe, you know, for themselves. And this is a society that really is a little bit divided, that in the sense that the magical beings or magical humans are kind of segregated or definitely very much observed throughout their lives. He's a very methodical person. He's really detached. However, he does take the cases personally and actually meets with the kids, which is apparently unusual. We start off going along with one of those cases, and then we go visit his house, and overall it's like a very Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy feel at the beginning, at least to me. The character is like content but not very happy, definitely stressed, and just kind of like you know, a cog in a machine. He has a very annoying neighbor, and it's quite like humorous and self-deprecating in places. Other than like some topics and the fact that he is 40, and some of the remarks that some characters like his neighbor make, it definitely listens to you almost as a middle grade because of this whimsy tone. Also probably because of the vibe with the, you know, the characters and the magic and the children and orphanages. I'm not gonna lie, it does tone-wise reminds, and the writing style kind of reminds me of Harry Potter because of again, the orphanage, and but also the ministry, because he gets asked to be seen by the extremely upper management, and then there's like the last names or the nicknames that he gives to people, and it's like Mrs. Bubblegum and Handsome, and even the actual names for some, to me, because obviously that's my point of reference, is quite like Harry Pottery, and I obviously like that because I grew up with that and everything, despite like the current events, and you know. I'm really enjoying it. I was afraid it's gonna be a bit too whimsy for me, but so far I really like it. It's just the amount that I personally prefer so far, and I can definitely tell apart like his own, obviously, writing style. I know I'm comparing with the other books, but that's just for like kind of reference. But if you have read his other work, like there is that kind of like silliness to it as well. But anyway, Linus gets asked to have a meeting with the super upper management, and he's getting assigned to some things. Like what they said, it was a mandatory promotion. He's getting assigned to a case that's super secret and not to be told to anyone. He's getting sent to basically here, this orphanage that is very sort of like off the books, and he have, is it 6 residents, either 5 or 6 residents, and the guy that's overlooking it, which I'm pretty sure is going to be the love interest, because it's made clear that the main character is gay and is a similar age, and just, I get a feeling. And he's told, you know, like, and he's not really told anything, just being sent, and he's quite like in a shock, and he's taking his cat because he doesn't have anyone to look after the cat, and he goes there, and obviously he's getting sent with a couple of files on who's waiting him, and he opens the first one, and it's like very shocking for him, and he passes out, and anyway, and that's pretty, and you know, and he gets sent to the house. I don't know what the other characters are there yet, because this is pretty much where I'm at, so obviously I'm not spoiling anything, just like the plot overview of where we're headed. So I am on page 70 now, and not gonna lie, low-key would just like to sit and read this, but I want to get at least one of those things that I wanted to do and at least start redoing my bookshelves. I might high-key regret this because I do have a lot of things to do tomorrow, and I don't know what the chances are that I will be finished with this today. I don't know. But I also sat and separated and calculated of how much I should read every day, roughly, and then marked it on my books. So I counted all of the days in the week minus one day each week, because there's always either Monday or Tuesday that is just like, even if I would try my, well no, if I try my best I would wake up earlier, but sometimes I don't sleep well, so I don't push myself to wake up earlier. But we have 1,066 pages, and so I divided that by 18, and it was like around 59 pages that I've separated this from. Obviously it varies a little bit. I should be done with these, if all goes to plan, by the 28th of the latest, unless and hopefully I just perform better. And I know this is like pretty methodical and like, you know, like who cares, but I just want to know whereabout in the schedule I am, and you know, I don't know whether to keep a potion shelf or not. I might ask on Instagram. What I want to do this time, and I know this is gonna be a little bit controversial and people will probably also not like that, but you know what? There are way bigger things in the world happening for, you know, for you to be pressed about books. It's books, and it's my books and it's all fine. But what I want to do this time, and again, if I don't like it, I will change it back. It's easy. I want to sort my hardcovers kind of like away probably from my paperbacks. That's the plan, I think. And I want to take the dust jackets off. It looks more like an ancient library than they do with the dust jackets. There are a couple of books that I just love the dust jackets off, but I want to see how it would look like. I want to mix it up. Obviously, I will be storing the dust jackets super safely all together, so they're not gonna get damaged or anything, and if I need them, I'll pull them out. And but I think it would be fun to try. I don't think it will look like an ancient library that I want to, because my bookshelves are white, but I think I really want to reveal the foil, and I think the light would hit it and it would look really nice with the foil reflecting. I know not all of the books have the foil on the spine, but majority I think do, and I think it would just be really interesting. I was considering whether I should do that and still sort somewhat by color, because obviously, you know, but I kind of want the series together because I haven't had series together for the most part. The white ones kind of match, but like a lot of other series have different colors. Thinking of doing series together, maybe separating the books more so by genre than anything else, or by height. I'm not quite sure. I don't know. I have a lot of white paperbacks and I like having a white row, so I think I'm gonna leave that. I just don't know if I'm gonna put it up at the very top or if I'm gonna keep it where it kind of is. But I might see if I can focus enough to listen to an audiobook while I do this, so it would be like, you know, two birds, one stone. And I also really want to know what happens next, which is great. I love when I love to read, you know, and see how it goes. Kind of a little bit dreading the fact that it's gonna be so incredibly messy here soon. Oh wait, actually, before the TBR, like I was thinking of doing a separate haul for this, but actually don't think I will. I don't know, it just seems too late now. But I had a couple of books bought before the TBR started. Well, like League of Extraordinary Gentlemen was actually one of them. Same with the Midnight Library, which I already kind of showed you. But so that's why I kind of also don't want to make this a separate video, but I thought I'll show you the rest of the books that I got. So first of all, there was Martha Wells' Artificial Condition, which is the second one in the Murderbot series. I've just finished the first one in the last vlog. If you want to see, was it this vlog? I think it was the last vlog. If you want to see my thoughts, I will link that down below. But overall, I gave it 3 stars, and I wasn't sure if I'm going to read the second one, but then, first of all, I already jumped the gun and got it beforehand, and then my Patreons told me that basically things I want from the series will be more so in the second one, so I'm excited for that. Speaking of small books, I also got the novella from Becky Chamber, to be taught if fortunate. She's one of my favorite authors. Although I haven't read the third one, and the fourth one, the book is coming out, really excited about it. Long Way to a Small Angry Planet is one of my absolute favorite books of all time. And I didn't have the novella in my collection, so I wanted to get that. Then I also got Take a Hint, Dani Brown. This is somewhat a second, like it's a following the story of Get a Life, Chloe Brown, but we're looking and following the story of her sister. I really enjoyed the other one. I gave it 4 stars, so I thought whenever the mood strikes or whenever the TBR decides, I will go for this too. Then I had no idea this book was so massive, but I also got To Sleep in a Sea of Stars. This is by, look how big, like I could kill a man with this book, just like book. But oh god, it's so big, and it's like Bible pages too. Oh dear, it's like 900 pages. Pretty. Gonna be undressed soon. I actually really like the cover of this though. But this is Kira Navarre's Dreams of Life on a new world. Now she's awaking a nightmare. During a routine survey mission on an uncolonized planet, Kira finds an alien relic. At first she's delighted, but elation turns to terror when the ancient dust around her begins to move. As war erupts amongst the stars, Kira is launched into a galaxy-spanning odyssey of discovery and transmission. First contact isn't at all what she imagined, and events push her to the very limits of what it means to be human. It just sounds so good. I've seen this book around, but I haven't actually looked in any of reviews. But a first contact sci-fi, it just sounds so good. I love sci-fi, and I actually especially love first contact. Not that I read many, so I probably shouldn't say that. Book cover too, like it's super pretty. This is the same author that wrote Aragon, which, fun fact, I actually never read. It's funny. I think the last one, I think maybe there's a couple in my Kindle that I got. I remember there was like sales and stuff, but oh, my feet, I'm old. But the last one is Hamlet, which every time I'm just like, ha 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 ha, they misspelled Hamlet. Which I need to clean because it came really dirty. This is by Maggie O'Farrell, and it comes highly recommended by a couple of people I've seen on Instagram, but also AJ. And it says, on a summer's day in 1596, a young girl in Stratford-upon-Avon takes to her bed with a fever. Her twin brother Hamlet searches everywhere for help. Why is nobody at home? Their mother Agnes is over a mile away in the garden where she grows medicinal herbs. Their father is working in London. Neither parent knows that one of the children will not survive the week. Hamlet is a novel inspired by the son of a famous playwright. It is a story of the bond between twins and of a marriage pushed to the brink of grief. It is also the story of a kestrel and its mistress, a flea that boards a ship in Alexandria, and a glovemaker's son who flouts convention in pursuit of the woman he loves. Above all, it is a tender imagination of a boy whose life has been all but forgotten, but whose name was given to one of the most celebrated plays ever written. Oh, bitch. I did not know this has such a beautiful cover. Oh, I love it when they do that. When you just buy a book and you don't know that it looks like this underneath. Like, come on. I actually like the cover as well. But apparently it's like cry-worthy, so I guess we'll see. But that's my mini haul. And I actually need to scan this to my Goodreads, and I think I'm gonna give a little hoover on the carpet and like push things around a bit so I have more floor space and my baby books can go on a clean floor. And I guess here we go. I am still gonna regret this. I can guarantee you I'm gonna regret this. This is already in the shelf. Okay, I've taken stuff from the top and I actually put some white paper bags, but like matching series, which is so nice actually. It's been a while. And I've then taken some of the paper bags, but also all of the hardcovers. We also have a wounded soldier. My nail snapped, but it snapped like way lower than it should, and I'm like bleeding and it's so uncomfortable. But like I kind of created a shield for myself, so it's fine, it's fine. I just have to kind of do everything like this. The books on the floor, I wasn't really sure where to start. I wanted to also kind of just see how many paperbacks I still have to place places and how many hardcovers I have, so like, you know. So the shelves currently look like this. So I'm thinking, I think I probably have more paperback, because there's also paperback here. But then those were all hardcovers as well. But I don't blame him, the floor is lava. So I have some like paperbacks there. And then I have fantasy here. Some thrillers there. There's like little bit of contemporaries. random non-fiction kind of things, and one comic, I don't know, ones that don't really have a dust jacket, and then I have my sci-fi hardcovers. So now it's probably gonna be just like trial and error. So yes, might do the middle three because I think those are the most visible ones when I like film, and I might move the potion shelf, although that would be such a hassle, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that. Hello, it is 10 o'clock and I am very tired and my wrist is killing me. However, I think I'm done. It's very different from what it was before, obviously. And there are definitely parts that I like. I don't know if I like it more, but I really wanted to change either way, so it'll do. But, and I can always do something else, obviously, as well. But I think I like it. I would prefer if all of the shelves were like filled with just hardcovers, but obviously that's not the case. So I'll show you a little bit more during the day, but obviously these shelves are all hardcover, but then there's a top shelf, which doesn't bother me, but these two shelves really, you know, this looks like completely different than when you take all of the picture in. But and then my worst nightmare is that one, so I didn't want to put like, a lot of the contemporaries have like such a color palette that just and just didn't vibe with what I was going for here, so I put them there. But all of the pastels and like the brights and stuff there just don't match the rest of what I'm going with. So I might be one of those annoying people and actually turn those couple of shelves around so I only see the pages. I'll take a photo and I'll know and I'll remember, but I'll also take a photo for like visual reference of like what's there and where it is. But it's only a couple of shelves, so literally like 2.5, so it's fine. But it's just the brightness of that shelf compared to the rest of the room and how everything looks like at the moment. It's just yeah. But I'll show you a little bit more tomorrow. I listened to one chapter of the audiobook, but I actually stopped because this was like, I don't know if you do that thing, but I like narrate what I do kinda in my mind. So like I can't, if I'm actually thinking about something, if I was just moving things, that would be one thing. I could just fully focus on the audiobook. But because I was thinking like, oh, maybe should I put this here? Should I put this there? Or like, which by the way, I'll talk to you. This is the most like, the most chaotic yet organized but also very chaotic shelf that I've made ever, I think. Somehow more chaotic than the rainbow ones, even though, yeah, anyway, I'll speak to you about it tomorrow. But so I listened to one chapter, I think, but I really didn't want to miss anything because I'm enjoying the book so much. Kinda happy. I think I like it. I can't decide. It'll be nice seeing it in the morning and like with the daylight and everything. Hello, it's Sunday. It's actually almost 1 o'clock on Sunday. I've completely lost track of time, which happens to me sometimes, and was researching some technology stuff. But it's actually so incredibly dark today, so my plans are changing a little bit. I think I'm gonna do a lot of work. I need to prepare for a video and get all of the material sorted. It's another like you recommend me things. So I need to do a lot of like screenshots and make a list because that's just easier that way. I don't normally like have a script, but for those it's just much easier. Yeah, it's so dark, so I can't really like show you the shelves properly, but I will either way, or I'll attempt. Like the sun never rose today. That being said, yesterday obviously was a great day for America, but for us and the rest of the world too. Still riding the happy from that. It's still super messy and everything, but you gotta celebrate something, especially in 2020. I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and show you the thing and I was walking Logan through the disorganized chaos. I can't remember what it called, the shelves, but it was something funny. I'll ask him later because there's order, but it's so ridiculous that it doesn't even count. But it's me and I needed something, so okay, let's go. Let's begin a little tour. So that's how things look like. So first of all, everything is somewhat sorted by genre, and obviously hardcover versus paperback. And then for the most part, things are alphabetical, but only within those little shelves, unless it extends to a couple, because that's the genre and they share it. Does that make sense? You are free to unsubscribe at this point. And again, it's also kind of like alphabetical within the little section, apart from if it's a display item, and then it's kind of strategically placed. So overall, Momo thinks that it's ridiculous, right, Momo? Yeah, I know, but it actually looks really cool, and in the little daylight that I have, because the foil, which was what I hoped for, reflects, like, you know, it just jumps out. But okay, so at the very top I have my kind of like paperback fantasy, and I tried to keep it light, so I included some of the authors that have paperbacks with light themes. So there's Sanderson over here. Then I have Poppy War and like the Schwab books, and then a couple high fantasy ones there, and the Raven Cycles, and then the Scythe. And this is like a darker ones, but I still included them here. I don't know, because there's like a series. Have an Ember, the Sarah J. Maas books, and these are some of the Game of Thrones ones, but they're still in the potion shelf as well as like a double shelf thing. I decided to keep it for now at least. And then this is actually where my Harry Potter set will live now, the original one, because I had something else planned for this bit. I can't believe it's so dark, but anyway. So the first one that we have here is hardcover contemporaries. Again, in alphabetical order for the last name of the author. Apart from this, it's so random, I'm so sorry. But it makes sense to me. At first I didn't do it alphabetically, if you can see me when I was sorting it, but then it literally drove me nuts because there was like no order other than the genre stuff. And I don't know, I just needed something. Then we have YA fantasy for the most part. I think there might be some overlap in the couple of books. But this is the YA hardcovers. Moving on here is my Avatar collection and our little figurines for the game here with some crystals that actually look a bit like ice. That's why I put it there. But I have all of my comics and also the Kyoshi books, which I still have to read the second one. Very excited about it. It just recently came out. And then 2 random ass books, kind of awkward library bindings, and also this one random already printed on the cover. Books without the dust jacket that didn't really fit anywhere else. Then I have my more or less adult fantasy hardcovers. Nevernight series actually lives there because the spines were really kind of ugly. So I put them there, and this is not according to the alphabet. This is not according, but this is, because random but orderly. Then I have another shelf of adult fantasy with my favorites, which is The Name of the Wind. Still need to reread to see if that status even stands. This is a very special collectible thing, but it looks really, you know, ancient library, so I kept it, even though I'm keeping Harry Potter private for the most part now. Another set of the Name of the Wind, which also my first one is there, and in these editions, which I really like. And then I also have the City of What the Daevabad set, what I kind of call like a YA popular author series, so just like super well-known books, I guess. So I have the Bardugo stuff here. It's also really fun because it's so nice and foily. Then I have Holly Black, then Sarah J. Maas. You'll notice a lot of these sets are not complete, don't at me. Then I have one book for Marissa Meyer. Then I put my Laini Taylor there because actually those 2 colors are super bright and neon and I just didn't like how they look like, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. Also, this is the only hardcover in the Ember in the Ashes series that I have. I'll probably take it to the charity shop later on because I'll get a different set. This beautiful book that we got in a book box club recently, just because, I don't know, it ties it together at the moment. You'll basically see that the most of the dust jackets underneath are just like blue, red, green, and black. Next, a sci-fi hardcovers. Continued with other sci-fi hardcovers that are just a bit fancier. The Red Rising looks really cool when it's completed, but that one is in my TBR currently, so it's not here. Then I have another one by him. I have my Themis files, would actually just have like black writing on it, so you can't really see it. But I wanted them in this shelf, because hopefully this is going to be like, you know, series I really like. I don't know. I have Starsight and Skyward. This is where this is why I think I favorite part of the shelves, or the little trunk, I'm not sure, but because like obviously this looks like a planet and it's like a sci-fi shelf, so it's really cute. I think this is the Murderbot series, and this is just a book that I already read and did the edges for, and I thought it would be cool because it's a sci-fi shelf again. And this is the book that I showed you. Moving on, we have like a spooky thriller mystery books, although some are fantasy, but they have like a spookier kind of twist or like a thing, you know? So they're gonna live in this shelf. Then I have my little like non-fiction, self-help kind of cooking books and stuff like that, plus workroast because it was just so bloody random and glossy. I just didn't know where else to put it. YA fantasy tall books for the most part. Again, I just have this shorter one because I wanted to keep the authors together whenever possible. I actually really like these colors and I wish more books came in these colors because they look so good. Then my potions shelf still living here. And then similarly, here is another YA shelf, but like majority shorter, though a couple taller ones here, and then short ones. They're like baby books. I actually really like that size. And also the secret books. Now this is then when we get to the paperbacks. See, the camera doesn't even focus because it's so dark. But mostly adult paperbacks. Same as at the top. YA for the most part, paperbacks, stacked this way to save some space because these shelves are quite tall and there's a lot of unused space there. Then moving into a paperback sci-fi books all the way to there, and then kind of like thrillery mystery books in paperback down there. Some comics and mangas over here, and that's graphics novels at the end. Maybe I turn the light on, it'll be better. I don't know, it makes everything so yellow. Anyway, this, apart that one book is missing, is now, instead of where my Harry Potter was, I'm going to have my current TBR. This one includes mine and Logan's. The one of mine is there. And I really like it. I like how this looks like. Just, it looks so much better when it's actually light. I have my cabbage pot there. I didn't know where else to actually put it. But now I did go ahead and turn these around. Honestly, it looked so bad, you guys. It looked so bad. It was just like something maybe like an 11-year-old me would have enjoyed, but especially seeing that most of the books are quite like dark and like, you know, it just looked like too much. And I took photos so I know where everything is. And now I have my tarot and oracle decks over here, which is great because now I can easily grab them, and I love that. So that is the update on the shelves. I wasn't sure if I liked it yesterday, but then when I came in the morning and I saw that there is, you know, the reflection from the actual light in the foils, I really like it. I think I really like it. I don't know. Let me know what you think, but if you really hate it, don't tell me. Actually, one more thing. I just got some mail and I just opened it because I didn't remember ordering anything, but I was like, oh, maybe something just came late. But it's from you guys. I'm just not used to getting books from my wish list, so thank you so much, first of all. And this says, Dear G, thank you for being you and making my days brighter with your content. Would love your Patreon, from Leanne. Thank you. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And she got me The Reasons to Stay Alive by Matt Haig, which was in my, which was obviously in my wish list because I am loving, well, to be honest, I only read one of his books, but I am so excited about reading The Midnight Library this month, and also I love his personality on Instagram, so if that's anything to go by and the things that he shares there, I'm gonna be really enjoying this. Is I think this is such like fun shape, like it's almost a square, and this is, I think, a non-fiction actually about his experience with anxiety and depression, so I thought it would be really interesting. Thank you so much, and also thank you for your kind words. That's, I don't know, I was just not expecting it. Thank you. I am having what a day. What a day. I'm just like rushing everywhere today, and I've just filmed a video on my lunch break, and I need to edit this vlog and I need to start editing the other video because it needs to be like approved and stuff. So I think I'm gonna leave you here today. Why is the light so weird? I don't know. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Chat to me down in the comments and I'll see you in the next one. Actually, I'll see you on Thursday. There's a video that should be up on Thursday, so I'll see you on Thursday. Bye!